Okay, guys, so I had to come back because I found the professor who in the article, and I won't read the whole thing, but it says to save the planet, kill 90% of people off, says a Utah ecologist. And it says, at first I thought someone was making a really stupid April Fool's joke, but apparently it is true that the Texas Distinguished Scientist of 2006, University of Texas ecologist Eric Pianka, his name is spelled P like Paul, Ianka, told a meeting of the Texas Academy of Science that 90% of his fellow human beings must die in order to save the planet. A very disturbed Forrest M. Mims III, chairman of the Environmental Science section of the Texas Academy of Science, writing at the Citizen Scientist, reported, Professor Pianka said the Earth as we know it will not survive without drastic measures. Then, and without presenting any data to justify his number, he asserted that the only feasible solution to saving the Earth is to reduce the population to 10% of the present number. He then showed solutions for reducing the world's population in the form of a slide depicting the four horsemen of the apocalypse. War and famine would not do, he explained. Instead, disease offered the most efficient and fastest way to kill the billions that must soon die if the population crisis is to be solved. Pianka then displayed a slide showing rows of human skulls, one of which had red lights flashing from its eye sockets. AIDS is not an effective killer, he explained, because it is too slow. His favorite candidate for eliminating 90% of the world's population is airborne Ebola, Ebola resin, because it is both highly lethal and it kills in days instead of years. However, Professor Pianka did not mention that Ebola victims die a slow and torturous death as the virus initiates a cascade of biological calamities inside the victim that eventually liquefy the internal organs. After praising the Ebola virus for its efficiency at killing, Pianka paused, leaned over the lantern, looked at us, and carefully said, "We've got airborne 90% mortality in humans, killing humans. Think about that." Okay, I'm not going to read the rest of this because it says every one of you who gets to survive has to bury 9, Eric Pianka cautioned students and guests at St. Edward's University on Friday. Pianka's words are part of what he calls his doomsday talk at 45-minute presentations outlining humanity, ecological misdeeds, and Pianka's prediction about how nature, or perhaps humans themselves, will exterminate all but a fraction of civilization. Though his statements are admittedly bold, he's not without abundant advocates. But what may set this revered biologist apart from other doomsday soothsayers is this: humanity's collapse is a notion he embraces. Indeed, his words deal very literally on a life and death scale, yet he smiles and jokes candidly throughout the lecture, disseminating a message many would call morbid. Pianka's warnings are centered upon awareness rather than fear. Now, it says in quotes, "This is really an exciting time," he said Friday, amid warning of the apocalypse, destruction, and disease. Only minutes earlier, he declared, "Death. This is what awakes us all, death," reflecting on the so-called ancient Chinese curse. "May you live in interesting times." He wore surprisingly a smile. So what's at the heart of Pianka's claim? 6.5 billion humans is too many. In his estimation, we've grown fat, apathetic, and miserable, all the while leaving the planet parched. The solution? A 90% reduction. That's 5.8 billion lives. Lives, he says, are turning the planet into fat human biomass. He points to an 85% swell in the population during the last 25 years and insists civilization is on the brink of its downfall, likely at the hand of widespread disease. Disease will control the Scrooge of humanity, Pianka said. We're looking forward to a huge collapse. Now, I'm not going to finish reading this to you because I want you to look this man up yourself. His first name is Eric. His last name is spelled P like Paul, I-A, N like Nancy, K like kick, and A like ass. Okay? So I want you to look it up for yourself, read the article, and the article is called dun, 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 dun. To Save the Planet, Killed 90% of the People Off. Okay? Here it is right here. Let me untie it. I'm going to put it up there. Hopefully you can read it. All right. And just look it up. Read the article for yourself. I told you I was going to come back with it. And I did. Don't think any of this stuff isn't planned. A lot of it is. And unfortunately, we got scientists doing it. Whoo, man. I wonder, God, if you thought that at one time that your own creation, because you created everything, would one day decide that it was up to them to destroy what you made. I'm just saying. It's mighty bold. Anyway, guys, take care. Talk to you soon.